So the real question is, what is wealth? Really? Everybody wants the outcome of the success. It's the difficulty to get there. That's the hard part. It has to be our generational mission to not just empower ourselves, but to empower others. The most exciting day of being an entrepreneur, I'm going to tell you now, is the day you decide to start your business. I want to belong to a generation that inspires young people to imagine a different future. I grew up without. I suffered. I was told I'm worthless. Now that I have it, I'm going to show everybody. Too many of us are too married to what we're good at, not what we need to get good at. I want to make it clear that this is your game, that you're not to be messed with. So we need to create a culture that says start. Start badly. Start scrappy. Make mistakes. Fail. Start again. Whatever you do, just start.
Why bother? Why go through all this? This is too hard. No, throw it in the towel. It's not worth it. If you want a larger vision, you've got to empower yourself continuously, because life will catch you on the blind side.
If you want your life to change, here's the source of it all. Ideas plus inspiration. The good news is, ideas are not that far away. I've got an excellent phrase for you to consider, one that will serve you well for the rest of your life. Everything you need is within reach. The ideas you need for life change or business change are within listening reach. They're within reading reach. In fact, there's probably a library not too far from you. The problem is, most people pass by libraries. Very few walk in. There's a simple biblical phrase that says, if you seek, you will find. But it's very important to know that finding is reserved for the seekers. We don't find what we need. We find what we search for. If you will search, if you'll try, if you'll go, if you'll listen, ideas are within reach. And ideas are life-changing. There's nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. A business idea, a social idea, an investment idea, a good health idea. All you need is a specific idea to make an impact on your life. Ideas can help you gather treasure, gather equity, and gather wealth. 10 years from now, you can be right where you are now, or you can be in a new place. The difference between now and then could be significant in terms of money, lifestyle, treasure, and equity. In 10 years, you can enjoy an incredible life if right here and now you make a small change in your thinking to start you on the journey. The key is to start right now gathering the ideas and making the changes that will take you further along this new road. Ideas can change your life, and sometimes all you need is just one more good idea in a series of good ideas. It's like dialing the numbers of a combination lock. After you've dialed 5 or 6 numbers, the lock may not come open, but you probably don't need 5 or 6 more numbers. Maybe you need just one more number, one more idea. Maybe a seminar or a sermon can provide it. The lyrics from a song could do it. The dialogue from a movie could do it. Conversation with a friend might do it. If you keep your eyes and ears open, you'll find that one last idea you need. Once you find that idea, the lock comes open, and there's the door for you to walk through. Just one more idea, no matter where you get it, may be all you need to open that door of opportunity. If, however, the lock still doesn't open, you may be lacking in inspiration. Who knows why some people are inspired and some are not? Some people find a great idea and turn it down. Some people say that it costs too much. Some people say that it's going to take too much time. Some people are too busy. There are a lot of different reasons why some people are inspired to take advantage of a good idea while others pass it up. I call it mysteries of the mind, and I just leave it at that. There are some things I don't try to figure out. Some people buy and some don't. Some go for it and some don't. Some change and some don't. And if you've been around for a while, you can usually spot those who don't take advantage of a good idea. A man asks me, how come all this stuff goes wrong for me? I say, I don't know. The most I've been able to figure out is that those kinds of things always happen to people like you. I'll bet he's one of the ones who don't take advantage of good ideas. If he continues on that path, he'll probably never find the right combination. That honor will always fall on the ones who do. Like you. The consistent, disciplined, purposeful, constant search for knowledge. It's where the life-changing ideas are. Pursue knowledge with high expectations. Spend the money, time, and effort. They are all investments, but the payoff is so great it's hard to compare the cost to the reward. First is the money. Set up an educational fund for the programs, the books, the lectures, the seminars, and the videos you need for a constant flow of ideas and inspiration. Take a portion of your income each month and set it aside to invest in the search for knowledge. Remember, the best money spent is the money spent to cultivate the genius of your own mind and spirit. Make sure you don't spend more for frivolous comforts and conveniences than you do for education. The money is a small price. The promise is unlimited potential. The next investment is time, which is an extremely valuable expenditure. It's one thing to ask someone for their money, but to ask them for their time is a much more significant request. Knowledge takes time, precious time. The time you spend is irreplaceable. You can get more money, but you can't get more time. However, life has a unique way of rewarding high investment with high return. The major investment of time you're making now could be that small, fine tuning you need for major accomplishment. Last is the investment of effort. There is a great deal of difference between casual learning and serious learning. Learning that opens up the whole mental and spiritual process is truly an investment in effort. And this effort is the investment that opens the floodgates of ideas that can work their magic for you in the marketplace. So I don't hesitate to ask you to spend, in a deliberate and consistent fashion, the money, time, and effort required to reach your goals. These are the investments that turn on the lights, sharpen the focus, and start turning your wishes of wealth and happiness into reality.
Whatever you do, you want to develop technical mastery. You want to be the best at what you do. You want to master it. See, part of self-motivation is you've got to find something that gives you a strong sense of competence. Well, you become known for that. You develop a reputation of being good at doing that. You set some high personal standards for yourself. You're not competing with anybody else. You're just unfolding yourself to be the best person that you could be. That you want to give the best quality service that you can give, because that is a statement about who you are. You want to be relentless. When you want something, you don't expect everybody to say, oh, come on in. Oh, you want this? Oh, great. We want to give this to you. You're such a nice person. You're doing it for your family, aren't you? Great. No, life isn't like that. No, many doors will be closed in your face. Many loans that you will want. And they'll say, no, you don't have enough collateral. You don't have enough credit. And most people will give up. But you've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied. And I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be relentless. I don't care how many no's I encounter. I like something Isaiah Thomas said when he's getting ready for a basketball game. He said, I'm going to either shoot us in or shoot us out, but I'm not going to not do anything. And that's the way to go. You can't make a basket unless you shoot the ball. You can't hit a home run unless you take a swing at it. Most people won't even take a swing. Well, I probably won't make it anyhow. That's the conversation within. They probably won't give it to me anyhow. If you want something, you've got to be relentless. You've got to decide, I deserve this, and I'm going to have it. And you go all out to get it. That drives you. The next thing is that when you want something out of life, you've got to be willing to go into action. Don't Don't wait around for things to be just right. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the ideal situation. It will never be ideal. There will always be a reason. Well, as soon as the children grow up, as soon as I pay my bills, as soon as I get my divorce, as soon as I get enough money together, do what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied. A lot of people never take a chance in life. They don't want to take any chances. They want the situation to be ideal. See, that's not walking by faith. That's walking by sight. If I can see it, I'll do it. No. A lot of people say, if I can see it, I'll believe it. No. If you believe it, you can see it. And don't be disturbed because no one else can see it. That's not unusual. That is ordinary. But because you want some different kind of results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. If you want unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you don't judge according to appearances. Part of being unreasonable, you can see it because you believe it. That's part of being unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you're like Paul who said, you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. That's part of being unreasonable. Most people won't do that. Most people say, call me when you get it together. Then I'll support you. But you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender and say, okay, all right. I cooperate. Okay, I learned. Okay. They had to wear me out a long time. So if it's hard, then do it hard. Now, how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? Les, you must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That is not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years, because at any time had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. You know that's how people are going to do you.
Hey guys, how are we doing? Hope we're good.
You've been working on your dreams, good, and you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People are going to do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. And when it began to happen, they stopped laughing. They said, look. Whoa, look here. Hey, man, you know, I know you can do it. Look here, you got a job here? You know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the
stream session, daily trading session. Quickly, if you haven't shared the live stream, do share the live stream. If you're watching on X, do a repost. If you're watching on YouTube, you can share the link. Get your enemies into our live streams. Get your friends into live streams. Get your acquaintances into the live stream. Get your situationship, right? I recently learned the word situationship. So, to be honest, I never knew there was something like that. I never knew there was something like that called situationship. I literally got to know the meaning of what situationship is a few days ago. Sometimes I feel like I'm very outdated. Okay. Botseku, hello. Says I'm fine, Shifu, and you. I'm good. I'm great. Abdulaziz Awar says GM Shifu, we don't mount. GM Abdul, how are you doing, Abdul? Hope you're good. Hope you're great. Oziomar says GM Shifu. GM Oziomar, how are you? Hope you are good. Chiwenum, Rabbi, how are you, Chiwe? Chiwe, hope you're great. AJ Victor, we walk by faith, not by sight. Cool. Timothy, G evening, awesome. And before we kick in, yesterday we had an amazing time. Yesterday's stream, I talked about what to expect in the market for this week, what we expect in the market for the next for yesterday evening, today, Monday, and also for the rest of the week. And I also gave a lot of projections about what we want to look out for in the crypto space over the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks. So usually what we always do when I get to write the full details of this day this is going to happen and this week this is going to happen, which I usually do that on X, which I did that on in March, I did that in April. In the month of May, we decided to do it just on the live streams where I get to share for us. And if you didn't join the live stream yesterday, I think you're going to do yourself a big disfavor if you don't go to catch up on it. So it's literally going to help you guide your investing decisions, your trade decisions in this season, so you can literally make the most out of the times we are in and maximize the opportunity we have. Now, before I go forward and start sharing the charts and showing us the charts and looking through trades, I want to reiterate this because it is of utmost importance in this time and in this season, and that is looking at the time we are in and what I explained about this current cycle, the abnormally cycle which we are having currently. We are having a very, very short what's it called? A very, very short bull run time, very, very short bull run season. It's just going to be a very, very short time frame. And you want to make the most of the season. You want to make the most of the time. You want to make the most of it. So if you are yet to be a part of the bull run group, this is the time you want to take advantage of it. If you are yet to be up, so you join others and maximize the day-to-day projections I dropped there and the day-to-day prognosis and weekly prognosis drop there, the weekly live streams and stuff. Take advantage of it, right? Because in a short while, access to the bull run group is going to be closed forever. It will never be opened again. So you want to take advantage of it now. Get your enemies, your friends, and your families positioned in the bull run group this season, in this period, this week, as fast as possible for your own good. So we're going to go look through the chat. Bot Second say he shared. Thank you very much. That is good of you as well. So like I said, tomorrow we're going to Tomorrow is going to be the 7th day of the live stream. So the essence of doing a 7 days live stream on a day-to-day basis is going to be wrapping up tomorrow. And once that is wrapped up, for those who've been constantly joining the live streams and you've been sharing the live streams, I think I'm going to be noting you guys down, and then we're going to start a series of giveaway, right, on the live streams. This week we're going to start a series of giveaway on the live streams. So make sure when you're joining, you're also sharing the live streams. And obviously, the giveaway is going to be from profits I'm making from the trade. The same trade I'm sharing, and I'm personally making profit from. And we just decided to give out something out of the profits we're making on the trades. Okay, to those who are hopping up and joining. Okay, guys, if you haven't shared the video, do so. So let's look at Bitcoin, what I think for Bitcoin, and what we are looking for or what we are expecting. Oh boy, I gave this trade before I talk about Bitcoin. I gave this trade for gold on I gave this on the Forex Trading Network, right? The Forex Trading Network today. I gave this yesterday in the night, right? The entry we got was from here. Right. So this was the entry. Or was it here again? I can't even recall. I think it was here. I think so. This was the entry. This was the entry. The entry was here for gold, our first entry on gold today. And this was the TP area. It smashed the TP. And funny enough, actually, by the around the, is it the London session? Yeah, around the London session, I was done for the day, right? I was done. I've already hit like my targets for the day, and I was done trading for the day already. This trade was given in the Forex Trading Network on gold. We smashed it. And then I got in here again because I've got like a projection of what I'm looking out for in gold. And this is where I'm literally looking out far on gold and coming. And remember, I made a statement about some weeks ago about the simulation of Bitcoin and gold, and I think we're going to get to a place where I'm going to talk about that. I'll talk about the simulation of what is playing out on Bitcoin right now. It's what we're seeing playing out on Bitcoin right now. It's similar to this thing we are seeing here on gold. It's what we're seeing playing out on Bitcoin right now, and at the time, we're going to get this kind of pullback on Bitcoin, but the pullback is just going to be to 90K zones, 90K area. We are definitely going to see that, but not right now, not like immediately, right? Amos says, yes, it was 3327. Fantastic. Yeah, Amos is he's in the, what's it called? In the Forex Trading Network. So yeah, it was 3327. Fantastic. Okay, it was here. Yes, it was here. Yeah, this was when we got in. Because I posted it. I was very sleepy, but I made a promise that after the session, because I wasn't able to like explain anything about Forex and stuff, I'm just going to post for those in the, what is it called? In the Forex Trading Network, which I did. So we've smashed it complete. TP, it went, this moved very fast because of obviously the fundamentals was favorable in our side. And definitely the fundamentals and the news for gold is still bearish. So gold has to still be bearish. But actually, this is what I'm looking out for. 3175. 3175 to 3138. This area is what I'm looking out for. 3175 to 3130. This area is definitely what I'm looking out for. So if basically an entry presents itself, I'm definitely going to share that. If it's within the time whereby I'm not fully active to go live, I'm going to share it to the Forex Trading Network. But if it's during when we are live, then I'm definitely going to share that, okay, this is a possible entry, what you could look out for, because there are basically two ways I literally trade gold. That's two patterns I use in trading gold. But this is what I'm looking out for. 3175 is like a major area gold has to get for, but it could decide to come even lower to 3130. Well, those are like amazing zones I'm looking out for. And this, whatever you see playing out here, is definitely going to play out for Bitcoin. And what's interesting is even when gold comes down, it's definitely going to find a level, right? And the level is going to be a level where it's going to start buying from again. So what we are actually having here is more of something like this. Let me try to see an exact, if there's an exact harmonic in play. So we've got an interesting harmonic in play actually. An interesting harmonic in play actually from here to here below 0.5, and then it got here and then pull back. So it's crazy because it's 786 is actually a very key level. We're looking at 786. 786 is 3062, which is even lower than what I'm projecting for. So that means I won't be surprised if we get if gold comes as low as here. But this is what I'm looking out for: 3175 to 3130. This area I'm looking out for. This area, this zone. So we're going to have an interesting journey. An interesting journey. So whenever there's going to be what we call an abnormal let me make all these things up. Whenever there's going to be like an abnormal is it price rejection, or what is the word to use? An abnormal whenever there's going to be like an abnormal price reversal, we get what is called a three drive pattern. And but this is an ABCD pattern, right? Based on an ABCD pattern, we should see gold touch 135 area. And but if we are to get from an ABCD pattern, what could happen here is if gold comes here, it's definitely going to buy. We're going to get a buy. We buy up. It could buy as high as 328, 320. So when it gets there, we could find we're definitely going to get a we'll look for an entry, right? You need to know, one thing you also need to know is there's a difference between analysis, projection, and what's it called, and a trade idea, right? An analysis could also be a trade idea, but when there's like exact limits and sports and stuffs and what we're looking out for. But I think this should give you like a good highlight for those who are trading this assets. And then if it gets here, you could anticipate a pullback into this blue lines. Actually, every blue line here was gotten from the order books, right? I use the order books to set levels where I expect gold to react from. So even if it comes here, these are levels whereby if I'm buying at this zone, I want to TP because it could come up and then continue going down again before it now finally decides to now go up, right? So creating, but at the same time, it could decide to start just move up from here. I don't know. I mean, that's none of my business to know what it wants to do. All I know is I'm going to trade. So if you get this, look at this now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this also looks like a potential what's it called, trend line that may most likely get broken. Trend line get most likely broken. But if it gets a rejection, it could decide to move up a bit and then still come back to break it. But most likely this trend line is going to be broken. It's tested it so many times. There's a greater likelihood that it may be broken. At the same time, it could also play out. I mean, but that's basically what it is. So the other side, what is the next thing we should be looking out for? I just stumbled on gold. Okay. It just turned out, it seems I'm talking about this first before talking about Bitcoin. So we've got the S&P 500. The S&P 500. I love this guy so much. He's a sweet guy, an amazing guy, an interesting guy. So at some point in time, this should pull back. At some point in time. When is it going to pull back? I can't literally say. But at some point in time, this should pull back. And how intense the pullback is going to happen will be on the daily close. So I'm definitely going to drop this because this like got an exact limit and exact zone we're looking out for. So I'll drop this on the, this like a 1 to 4 RR here, and then this like a 1 to 2 RR here. What is even sweet and interesting is this kind of play. There's a way to trade this kind of play that could be even more interesting, right? This way. So you get like 2 entries. The reason is there's a possibility price may decide to come here to stop this about and just tweak a bit and continue going up. Also, there's a possibility that price may just come to top here. Price may just move from here. So when you trade like this, it helps you not to actually take a loss. 1, also helps you to manage your risks with wisdom. 2, and still help you to still make the money you want to make. So I'm going to share a trade forward, share this. And so basically, so assuming initially when you want to trade, assuming you take your trades with, let's say $1,000, right? Or 1,000 quid. Maybe you reach $1,000 on a single trade. What you want to do here is you split your entries on both positions, 500 risks here, 500 risks here. So even if this gets triggered, it goes to TP14RR. You are not worried that this doesn't get triggered because you made profit, right? And even if this doesn't get, this gets triggered and this gets stopped out, this also will get triggered, and you will definitely still make profit at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, you may end up closing this position with like 1 to 3 RR or around that range or something like that as well. So at some point in time, this is going to get triggered. But we just watch it. This is going to be on a highlight for the week. So I'm going to post this on the, what's it called? On the Forex Trading Network. So if you're not in the Forex Trading Network, make sure you join so you can take advantage of all this do there as well. Easy said he should. So I think, so that being said, for these guys, I mean, the greatest good you want to do for yourself this season is take advantage of any platform, right, that Shifu is involved in. Just take advantage of it. That's the best thing you want to do for yourself. So let's look out for crypto, right? So we're looking out for crypto and Bitcoin. Okay, so when you look at Bitcoin, there are 2 things here. 2 things here. Bitcoin is forming what we call a whale harmonic pattern. So it's called a whale harmonic pattern. And there's something very interesting about this pattern when Bitcoin forms it. So if you're in the bull run group, definitely you would have made some money even on Bitcoin today, because I told them yesterday in the late nights, this is after the Zoom session, privately I sent on the bull run group that Bitcoin is going to get into this area, this zone, and it's going to drop from here. So when it dropped from here, this was where I told them to close our positions. We close our sell positions because there's a likelihood that this dude may want to buy up, right? So this, we may see this, we may not see it. But usually this is what Bitcoin does whenever it's taking a funny action. Bitcoin can decide to buy up before coming back here. So it happens most times, right? So this is like the 886 zone. The 886 zone is what happens most times. This is something that I've been seeing this happen over for the past 4 years of predicting and trading Bitcoin. It always happens like that most times. So it could decide to go up, and then before coming down again, it could decide to go up before coming down again. But whether it goes up or not, that is not your focus right now. This was the first sell entry which we got in. That was the first place you wanted to make money from it, and this is where you're supposed to take out, because you want to take caution here. It could decide to move up and then move down, right? Or at the same time, you could decide to just move up from where it is, tap into this zone like a breakout block, whatever, stops, and then decide to just go down from here. So either ways, it could is literally like you want to do its bullshit of what it wants to do. So, but here is like an updated zone to look out for it. An updated zone. The updated zone is we're looking at 11800, and now then there is like a stop at 100K. But this is something that is wise to do. It is very, 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 very wise to do. So you want to take caution and notice of this thing I'm about to say. I'm telling you now because this is what I'm doing myself, right? Personally, me that's trading, this is what I'm doing myself. So I'm giving you the wisdom now, so you should have this wisdom. So let's look at, for example, yesterday I gave an explanation, and the explanation I gave was that 98K, we shouldn't get a daily close below 98K, right? Yes, that's the explanation I gave. Now, based on that explanation, that means, what if Bitcoin decides to just be funny and Trump or somebody, this season there's a lot of volatility in this season. So how best can I manage my trades so I don't get stopped out before it moves up in value? Now, here is how I trade. There's an entry, there's a stop around 100K. So let's assume that I usually trade with $500 risks. So I'm risking $500 on this trade. So if it hits $500, I'm going to lose the amount of money. So what I do is I calculate my stop loss with 500 for 100K, and then, but I set the stop loss at 98K. I set it at 98K. So this means at 98K, I won't be losing 500. I'm going to be losing 1,000. But I'm pretty sure to some extent that I may not lose that 1,000 because it's a high probability trade, right? So there are times whereby you get that high probability confidence. That doesn't mean that you don't get messed up sometimes. I mean, the market can do what you want to do. So once there could be rare cases whereby you're messed up and you're fucked up, it is what it is. But that aside, putting the rare cases aside, this is how I manage. So if I'm risking, let's say $200, sometimes I could say that, okay, I could set my stop loss for 100K at 200, right? And set calculate the risks for 100K, but the stop loss is 98K. So just giving it room to wiggle and it moves up as well. So when you get a good rejection candle, Bitcoin start moving and stuff, that is when I will now remove it from 98K and put it back to 100K. Wisdom is what I just give you now. In trade, this is what trade management. A lot of people, this is one thing that fucks a lot of people up. They don't understand trade management. If you understand trade management, it's definitely going to help you a lot in your trading, and it won't be, oh, it took me out before it now moves in profit. I knew it was going to go up. Now it's you won't be that kind of victim, you understand? So you want to have that in mind. I'll drop this on the bull run group as well. So if you're not in the bull run group, tell your ancestors to leave you and let you go. Tell them that you want to really prosper in this season. Tell them that they should make sure they should allow you to join the bull run group, right? Lay your hands on your head and command every spirit that has been keeping you procrastinating and keeping you away from something that will be helpful for your life to leave you, so you're a part of something that is going to move you forward ever, backward never as well. So this is it. So I just showed us 2 trades on Forex, 2 trades on, okay, I've showed the only Bitcoin for crypto. What else should we look at? So let me look at one altcoin or 2 altcoins. So we've got Ripple. My baby boy is just on fire today. My baby boy is on fire today. baby boy Ripple, my darling, my sweet darling. I mean, when you look at the charts, you see that I've been trading this baby boy so much that you can see from one journey to another journey to another, every single move. I love Ripple the way I love Peep. 2 coins I love so much. I mean, I love them because I rarely get to lose on them. I rarely. So this is it. This is what we're looking out for. But you have to find an entry because this is already a Sunday. So I think this was a very perfect entry. This is like a 1 to 2 arrow. Then this was like a 1 to 4 arrow. So I may need to, what do I do for us? What do I do for us? What do I do for us? Okay, this is what you're going to do, right? If Bitcoin retraces, this yield is definitely going to retrace. And when it does, you want to look at 2.44 zones. 2.44 is a very good level. 2.44 area is a very good level. 2.44 area, and you want to set a stop somewhere around 2.16. 2.44, 2.16. I think is going to, you're going to be able to catch something. So let me just see if I can do a little bit of that in the picture. This may not be correct because I'm just trying to. So let's say this is 2.44, this is 2.16, and this is me trying to. Oh shit! So this is the same. It's still gonna give you like a 1 to 2 RR. You could just set your TP at $3, right? At $3 as well. So if you get that little pullback on BTC, where it's definitely going to be just like so we're looking at 1,000 points or more on BTC. So we're looking at the possibility that we could get 1,000 to 3,000 point drop. And if we're going to get that, that should most likely get to retrace Ripple down to this area, to the zones. And if we get this, we can now strike it hard, smash it hard to literally see what you could go to for on that level, on that good. And we've got another dude here, but this guy, I'm a bit skeptical about this guy because it can just be one bullshit dude, right? But what I would want to, because giving a stop now could be very risky. But one thing you want to know is today is almost over, right? We've got Monday now, and we've definitely got like 6 hours to the end of the day and the start of a new day. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so I think I need to make myself a bit bigger so you get what I'm saying. I taught something which about Bitcoin. This was last year, and because one of the things people ask, Shifu, how do you able to know what is going to happen on Bitcoin on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? If you are on the Bull Run group, yesterday I told them how we're going to trade the market for the whole week. What is going to happen on Sunday, Monday, what we're looking at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's how I plan it. That's how I plan it. And 8 to 9 out of every 10 times, that's how I treat BTC. I can literally tell you what is going to happen, how it's going to move for each day ahead of time. And I make my trade entries based on those projections. But now I taught this, but I didn't like give a lot of more details generally. I think I did that in one of the Crypto Capital shows. Obviously, all Crypto Capital show sessions are all on the YouTube channel. So definitely, if you go back, you definitely learn a lot of things which I share. I give so many nuggets when I do this session, so many powerful things which are literally paid informations, which you can literally like get in for free when you listen to what I do and what I say. So if you look at one of the things I said is Sundays and Mondays gives us a false move, right? When Sunday sells into Monday, so it's like one day put together. Sunday, Monday to like give like a false move. And when it gives to Tuesday gives you that opposite of what happens at the start of the week. And I said Tuesday is what we call liquidity hunting day or liquidity creation day. Tuesdays are liquidity creation days. So Tuesdays create liquidity for Bitcoin on a weekly level, and Wednesdays are what we call liquidity hunting days. Wednesdays are what we call perfect entry days. Perfect entry days. There are times whereby there are sections whereby sometimes Thursday gives you the entry and not Wednesdays. There are exemptions like that. But looking at the standard of what I'm looking at being over, I had to study, like I literally studied the daily and the weekly candle of Bitcoin for like 6 years backwards to get what I'm telling you right now. So what I'm saying right now, as simple as it is sounding in your ear, it took me weeks of data, accumulating data on Bitcoin to understand that this is how Bitcoin moves every week. Now, and they are only on high volatility days do you see that this we get exemptions on this. So they're just like basically 2 exemptions that happens. But this is not to me teach you on this or that. Maybe sometime in the future, if I have the time, I may decide to do a Bitcoin masterclass, how to trade Bitcoin and how to be able to predict Bitcoin as per days and time and stuff. I may be the only person in the world who is going to do something like that. But that aside, Wednesdays give you that power entry and stuff. And so based on what I just explained now, you should know that Mondays, Tuesdays is basically give you an opportunity for entries, right? So even if you don't get an entry today, you could literally still get in tomorrow, which is going to be Tuesday, anytime tomorrow, later part of Tuesday. Most times, the evening part of Tuesdays, right? Towards the end of Tuesdays is usually very favorable in the market when it does the bullshit it needs to do as well. And then Wednesday just begins at a time. Sometimes Wednesdays, especially from the New York sessions on Wednesdays, is where you get that massive candle that either wicks down first if it wants to goes up, or wicks up first if it wants to come down, right? So, and that is when it takes out, right? So Sunday, Mondays are false move, Tuesdays are liquidity creation days, and Wednesdays are liquidity hunting or perfect entry days, right? Perfect entry days as well. Or we could also explain it as Sunday, Monday are liquidity creation days, Tuesdays are liquidity hunting days, Wednesdays are the perfect entry days as well. So just have that in the back of your mind when you want to trade. And so the overview for this is basically I expect Ethereum to go way high. I expect Ethereum to touch 2,700 and above. So if you could see that, you will see all this stuffs I've always given us ahead of time. So I expect that 2,700 to be hit. But before that is hit, we may get I'm looking at possible, this zone, this area, right? So this is like 2,464, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I'm seeing it clearly. But 2,464 to 2,400, this is an entry area. This zone is an entry area for Ethereum, for new levels and new highs as well. One could decide to get in here and then use 2, 3, 4 year stop or whatnot as well. And but I'm definitely going to share this chart to the bull run group as well for this. And well, Bitcoin has to get settled. And tomorrow I'm going to tomorrow is going to be like a very, very interesting day. Sorry, I just shared the screen now. I thought it was being seen. This is a zone. This is a zone. So you basically have to like plan your own risks based on that. But we're definitely going to 2,700, but you want to get a zone. So this area could be a very perfect invalidation level. And the reason why using this area as a invalidation level is because of how funny Ethereum is. You can decide to even use here 2,370, right? 2,370, also 2,370 as an invalidation level, 2,380 as an invalidation level, or 2,330. It just has to do with your risk appetite, right? Risk appetite and how you manage your trades. I'm definitely going to tell you that how to manage your trades as well. If you're definitely check the videos I've done. I've taught how to manage trades so many times. You can see it in this. There are free videos available there on our YouTube. You can watch all those things from the past. And so if you use 2,380 to 380s, and so once it gets into this zone, this is a sweet entry area. This area to ride it upwards to 2,700 as well. So I've shared so much today. We're looking at the emphasis for. So now, based on what we're looking out for, yesterday I talked about the money flow of how this bull run is going to be. I'm just going to be with us here till the journey of the end of the bull run, right? And when I mean journey of the end of the bull run is not going to take long. We just have barely 2 months more, barely 2 months, and all this hula baloo is done, right? So if you don't make the most of it in the next 2 months, you're definitely going to be fucked. Either fucked from up or fucked from down, whichever way, you're definitely going to be fucked big time. So, but that being said, I'm looking out for. We're looking out for this pairs and these entries and what we're looking out for. But tomorrow we're going to look a bit on DeFi plays, or look at some coins that we think that we could really like buy in, and risks and degen on as well. I'm definitely going to do that tomorrow, and because we've exhausted quite some time today already, so I'm going to do that tomorrow for us, and I'm going to look at those deck screener and possible trades that could run up massively into the next week. Finally, the projection for what we're looking out for, right? In the what we're looking out for in the I talked about the money flow, right? And I made a statement that so we are currently in the second phase, right? In the second phase. We are currently in the second phase. And in this second phase is where Ethereum is outperforming BTC, which is what we've got, and some coins are moving up in value. This is what we are seeing that is playing out right now. The third phase is what most people call the bull run. The third phase and the fourth phase. Some people what some people want to see in this bull run is the fourth phase, which is the last phase of the bull run. What some people also want to see is the third phase, which is the last phase of the bull run. And some people are so foolish that they want to wait till the fourth phase before they know that the bull run has started, and that is when it is ending. Because the fourth phase is the fastest and is the craziest, right? So we're about to enter the third phase, not today, obviously. If we get what we're looking at for this week, and then maybe we get a pullback next week, and but I gave us the date of what we're looking out for, and what you could expect as per the third phase. In third phase, which is now going to be, so you've got you just got an opportunity, right? Opportunity to take advantage of everything being done. I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to be recording a video which my team is going to make available soon on when we talk about crypto, we talk about forex. What is literally the major difference about both of them? How do you get to merge both of them? What is the meeting point, right? What is different? What is unique about each of them? And but the truth is, the generational wealth you want to make, the craziest gains you want to make, is in crypto. You're going to make that, and that is why you do not want to joke with the season we are in, with the opportunities that we are in. We're on what we call up only season, UOS, up only season. Now you want to take the most advantage of this season, right? And that's why I'm reiterating, get in on the bull run group, right? Because by the time you see me announcing officially on this day, the entry into the bull run group will no longer be allowed. You are definitely going to be sidelined, and you do not want to be sidelined, right? Maximize whatever information that is being given and see how you can be responsible for your decisions, know how to manage what you need to manage, and make the most of the season, right? I'm wishing you a prosperous week, a prosperous day, prosperous trading and investing decisions, and a lot of money bags to be made in this season as well. So see you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow I may decide to come on live around London session, right, or New York session. So it just depends on how the market behaves. But in the next 6 to 12 hours, that will determine if I need to urgently come on live or not. Most of my charts are always, you can literally, this is going to be left on the X platform. It's definitely going to be left on YouTube as well. You can always watch it and catch up with whatever you find missing. Definitely also, the charts are usually posted on the Bull Run group and the Forex Trading Network. Make sure you are in these platforms this season and take advantage of it. Very soon, the entry into the Forex Trading Network will no longer be buying a 25K account. To be only those who can literally afford a 50K account and above. The reason I'm making this possible for people who want to get 25K account allowed is just because I'm helping those who can't, those who are in little position and they really want to scale up as well. But I've seen a lot of people having results, a lot of people having testimonies. You too, the people who are making results and making progress and making money. I think Amos just typed that he made free 500 quid today. 500 quid today. Now calculate that in your currencies anywhere. 500 quid today. Now that is the benefit, right? Because one of the things I teach them in the Forex Trading Network is, I know you want to pass your accounts, I know you want to trade and stuff, but do not be foolish. These trades are trades I'm using to make money in real time. So while I'm showing you that I'm making money, I'm also not just trading it on funded accounts. I'm also trading on live accounts, right? And there are links whereby you go and sign up on the live accounts, and you can also be making money on the go while you're learning on the go as well. That is just for your own benefit, right? And help yourself, right? And position in, I mean, with whatever he's made, he could take care of whatever business he needs to take care of. He can also decide to make use of it to what's the word called? To buy coins and invest into coins and invest in cryptos. And I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So wishing you all best. Bye for now, everyone, and see you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's session. Definitely tomorrow's session is going to be faster than this. Our sessions is now taking up to an hour. Usually the past couple of days it's just been like 30 minutes each, and today is like almost an hour. So tomorrow is definitely going to be like 30 minutes and we're done. Maybe around London sessions, or I may most likely make a post ahead of time, just like I did today, so I could literally get everybody to prepare their minds ahead of the time. So I may do that as well. And then after tomorrow, we'll just be doing random lives. I mean, this season, just help yourself. Help yourself. Join the live streams. Send it to your enemies, your friends. Just help yourself this season. As much as I'm making myself available, help yourself. That's the best thing you can offer to yourself this period as well. And let's grow together. Let's make money together. Let's be happy together. Let's celebrate this season. And I'm hoping by God that this season doesn't pass you by as well, and you make the most of it. See you guys.